Lincoln Heritage, we're definitely not the cheapest service we offer. It's the best in final expense. If you look at our program as a whole, there's nobody that can really compete with the FCGS and all those things. So there's a cost for that, obviously, so we don't have the absolute cheapest policies, but the benefits that our clients get, being able to save them thousands and literally as a company, millions a year off of funeral costs is worth it. What's been your personal experience with persistency since working here? What are your numbers? Do you have an idea where your persistency is at for your personal and your agency typically?
We're always in the 80s, 85, 89, 83, 81, but consistently in the mid 80s for sure. That means 15% of the people either passed away, canceled for some reason. I don't really see replacement being an issue with us. Obviously it happens here and there. Most people forget that we were going to charge them on Monday because they got the money over the weekend and they spent the little Social Security that they got from the government, $600, $800, $1,200, whatever it might have been. And they forgot. They thought we already took the money out. I see that in the policies lapse. So that happens, but it's a non-issue. I know people that do like IULs and actually colleagues of mine that were trying to make fun of me in the beginning. They're like, oh, you do the bottom of the barrel, final expense, you knock doors. I bet your persistency is like 50%. Come to find out, their persistency is like about 65%.
Yeah.
We're about 85%. You know what I mean? And imagine a chargeback on the IUL.
Yeah.
They're not going to get paid for a little while.
Yeah.
So I'm like, while you're over there selling just a few, if you're lucky, a month, I'm over here selling a few a day.
Yeah.
And affordable, they can pay $1 a day, 50 cents a day if they have to, $15 a month is the cheapest, and they can afford it. You know what I mean? So I'd rather get something that sticks in the books than something that they're going to keep long term.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see what the real long term persistency is on products like IULs. I've done some research on IULs, but in final expense, it's an automatic payment. They get their government money. They're not depending on their job or hours or changing careers or the economy going up and down. It's like clockwork. They're getting their money from the government. Not all, but most of our clients, we collect it from their checking account like clockwork. They don't even feel it. They get used to it. And we get paid for a while from these clients. You know what I mean? And we'll be there to help out the family when they need it.
So that's funny. Like when I first started, I don't know if he probably doesn't even remember this, but JR, back in the day, Lincoln used to send out like a commission statement. I was in his office down here and he pulled it out and he's, what year were you born? And I told him I was like 83. He starts flipping through his commission statement. He checked this out. I'm getting paid on this policy 25 cents. This policy 50 cents. It doesn't sound like a lot of money, but I've been getting paid every month, every year since you've been born. And it's not that we're making a ton of money on any one person. It's to make a little bit on each one to do an incredible volume. And that's what I think we really excel at is focus on one thing, do it better than anybody else. And by doing that and just simplifying, I mean, literally you can grow this, whether it be 100,000 a year, it could be 50,000 a year. If you're happy making that, great. We'll show you how to do that and also sharpen your skills. We have Connie. I remember she did a conference call this maybe 2 years ago, and she's got kids at home and she says, I don't really get to work a ton of hours and get to put in, but she really sharpened her skills when she started here. And she did the math. And I think at that time, she said she was making $85 an hour. So for every hour that she spent in the field or out working, she did the math. It averaged out to $85 an hour. And it's how many places can you go? No college education. You know, a lot of people that have doctorates and all these things, and a lot of them racked up 100,000 or more in college debt. You can go out and get licensed for $300, $400, $500 max, depending on the state. Yeah. And literally your first year makes six figures. That's what's so exciting. And not only that, you said recession proof. I started 2008. I got crushed from making a ton of money to nothing overnight. And when a lot of other markets suffer, we don't usually feel it. We actually usually grow and get better because it drives other people from other professions that are looking for that income potential and that real opportunity.